How's it going? Zachimus Prime, aka Zachimus Prime, here with another Transformers review, and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron mode, Optimus Prime. And I'll be honest with you, this is not really an unbiased review. I am a huge fan of the Cybertron Optimus Prime. This is my favorite Optimus Prime ever. It's just beautiful. I like this figure. It's nearly a perfect Optimus Prime, if you ask me. And the show was great, and the figure's great, and like all the different little play patterns that came with that are great. And I liked them a whole lot. And this, I mean, for the first moment I saw it, it just kind of felt like a cheap imitation. But really, the word that we want to use is homage. This is an homage to the Cybertron Optimus Prime, and it's not a bad homage. But yes, so let's take a look at him. He is definitely meant to homage the Cybertron Optimus Prime, and he's decent. What you see here is everything that comes in the box. There's no other extra accessories or anything like that. So he comes with these two guns that attach onto his legs. Of course, these attach with the 5mm pegs, so you can pull them off and attach them onto his forearm. You can attach them onto his shoulders. You can attach them onto his hands. You can put them wherever you want. They are meant to homage the leg cannons of the original Cybertron Optimus Prime, so that's where I'm going to put them. He also comes with this gun that detaches here. This is mainly, if you ask me, for the unarmored mode. So I also don't do anything with that in this mode. And that's it for accessories. He does have, like, you can take his wings and flip them around like this. And like this. And then his fist will kind of, not really, but kind of pretend to plug into these pegs that are right here. They don't really plug in because his fist is kind of empty on the other side. But they sure pretend to plug in fairly well. I say as I struggle with this. And you can stick these. Oh, geez, these guns don't even like to come up with that in place. And there's that. He's got his guns out. This is how I would display him if I was displaying him. I wouldn't display him because I've got the better one. But yes, of course, and I say all this, of course, if you have never gotten the original Cybertron Optimus Prime, this is a perfectly acceptable substitute. And like I said, it's a decent homage. In terms of articulation, his head is on a ball joint. It'll tilt around a bit, rotate fully. It does actually look back quite a bit. So you can get pretty decent like flying poses out of him. If you have a way of displaying him in a flying pose. He does have one of those little tiny pegs for your action figure stands, but he seems way too heavy to work with an action figure stand. Let's get this back. His arm will go all the way, mostly around. His wing blocks it from going all the way around. It'll go out all the way. Bicep swivel, elbow joint for 90 degrees. He does have a wrist swivel. And so already he's got some posability that the original figure didn't have. Waist joint is actually completely unhindered by his backpack, which is nice. Legs go that far forward, that far back, because there's all this stuff in the way here. Goes out for full Van Damme. He's got a thigh swivel there, knee joint for 90-degree bend, and an ankle pivot. He does have these little heel spur things that come out to give him some additional heel space because he's got like a lot of backpack. But if I'm being perfectly honest, he does not have so much backpack that you actually need them. I haven't ever felt that I've needed to pull them out, and I don't think that there's any problem with leaving them in. So, but, you know, I suppose it's kind of nice that they included that in there. So He is, of course, a major repaint of the Ultra Magnus. I've heard some people say that they think that he was designed first and Ultra Magnus was an afterthought. I absolutely feel that it's the other way around. That this is the primary usage of this mold and this is the secondary usage. So, but let's get him unarmored. So, taking the armor off is basically the same as Ultra Magnus or a lot of these other Siege figures. Just pull. He's got connection pegs at the shoulders, forearms, back, legs. You just pull it all off. This clips into his spinal area back here. And these just slide out just like on that Ultra Magnus. Disconnect these, pull this out. These connectors, by the way, are a lot less stiff than the Ultra Magnus ones were. And then this, well, you line that up, pull it out ever so slightly. Line it up, slide that up. I have also seen it where these get added on to this mode here. Like that. This way. Yes. And I mean, that's something you can do. I don't know that you need to or required to, but pull his heels out. And there he is in his unarmored mode. And we're gonna... He may be unarmored, but he does not have to be unarmed. And there you go. Optimus Prime returns. He is really beefy looking in this mode. Not nearly as svelte as the Cybertron or the Voyager class Siege Optimus. I think this figure is amazing, by the way. So there he is, like that. Articulation is mostly going to be the same because it's mostly all the same joints. The difference is being this arm will go all the way around now because there's no wings in the way. His head doesn't move up quite as much. Just with less armor in the way, there's just less hindrance. But the articulation is basically the same on it. It's not bad. Let's get him transformed into his vehicle mode. So what we want to do for this mode, this is, again, if you've got an Ultra Magnus or if you've seen my review for Ultra Magnus, it's going to be a lot of it is the same. Plug his legs together, flip these up like that. You're going to rotate, or you're going to pull this out slightly. Slide this kibble down to there. Make sure this part clicks. There you go, like that. We are going to open up these shoulders, pull on the chest, flip that head around, close that back up. This is going to rotate around 180 degrees. The arms are going to fold in. There's this tab right here that'll fit in that slot and just kind of swoop in, kind of just chunk in. Doesn't like click or peg, it just kind of fits in there like that. And then there's these little pegs right here on this crotch section, and the legs are just going to go on top of those. There he is as a cab. So let's get on to the rest of this. So first thing we want to do is take his legs here. So the right leg and the right armor go together. You can take this armor here and it kind of just fits in like that. No, fits in like. Oh gosh, I did this like 20 times yesterday just to make sure that I remember it. And now I've clean forgotten it. They fit in here one way or another. Oh, come on, I did this like 20 times yesterday. That does not feel right at all. It like literally clicks in with like a fair degree of staying power. Gosh, do I have to feel stupid all over again? When I was doing, so I did kind of a live unboxing of this on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page. I haven't really advertised it because Facebook screwed up my name and they refused to unscrew it. Jerks. And there we go. Ta-da! I had it right the first time. And so I did a live unboxing with it, and I got it all except for I'm not a big fan of the instructions, to be honest. So I was trying to figure it out without instructions. I got pretty much all of it except for figuring out specifically how these things go together. So they go in just like that. These go together just like that. And we'll put that off to the side. This is going to fold in. This is going to fold in. His head's going to go around so we don't see it from the front. These are going to go in like that. These are going to kind of just sit there like that. And then we're going to take this part here, and this is going to unfold and then unfold. We're going to take these. You'll notice these are the same connections that you have on the top of Ultra Magnus's stacks. This is part of the reason actually why I believe that Ultra Magnus was designed first. So these are going to peg in right there to these same connectors. Like that. And then these tabs, which I mentioned were not used on Ultra Magnus, are used here to tab it into place right up there, like that. Now, this part, there's a tab right here. It's going to fit into this slot right here. And then this tab right here, this little thing right there, is just going to go over the legs, just like on the Ultra Magnus one. Just like that. This is going to clip into the spinal column on the cab. And then these clips right here are going to receive those holes right there. Like that and like that. Officially speaking, these are supposed to go right there. And there he is in his Cybertron Optimus Prime fire truck mode. And again, he looks all right. Again, I don't think that it looks as good as the legit one, but he looks all right. He's passable. Let me just give me just a moment to transform this figure, because I do want to have a comparison, and I lost my some of my vital equipment the other day, so jump cuts are not going to be a thing today. Oh, I just noticed that there's some parts on this figure that I need to dust. There he is with the original Cybertron mode Optimus Prime. that, 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 that. One unfortunate part about the way this figure transforms is this figure has got, and don't get me wrong, it's a dumb thing, but he's got this like, come on, I'm trying to rush this. He's got this like flight mode thing, and it's ridiculous. I'm not even gonna pretend that it's not. But it's this like flying fire truck mode, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And this guy can't do it. It'd be great if that could be just as ridiculous as the figure he's homaging, but a little bit sad. A little bit sad. But yeah, in this mode, he's got rolling tires all along here. Move these around. You can pick them in here, or here, or here. Again, it's your choice. I think this is where it's supposed to go. These can go up and down and around. Every now and again, I look at these and I think that maybe there's like space under here for something to get held. Because in addition to there being space under here, there's also these slots right here. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that. Doesn't seem to be that, and this doesn't come with any other figures. So if anybody knows, let me know. I'm always open to being called a dumbass in my comments. But yeah, that's just about it for the Siege Cybertron mode Optimus Prime. It's not a bad figure. If you're getting all of the Siege figures, then of course you'll need this in your collection. If you don't have a Cybertron mode Optimus Prime, you'll probably want this because it's a good looking figure. It really is. It's just not as good looking as the original. Anyhow, that's been it for me. Thank you, everybody. I'm Optimus Prime. You guys are awesome. Everybody stay cool and be good to each other. See ya. Bye.